Everyone, listen, down 3-0 sounds terrible. Down 3-1, teams come back from that all the time. In fact, the Nuggets a couple years ago came back from it twice in one postseason. But I want to ask Wilds a question.
Great.
Yeah. It's just true. I mean, it's just facts. Wilds.
No, I liked it.
You're with me that this series is incredibly close, right? I don't know why we're talking about 3-0.
Incredibly close.
I don't. No. I don't. Why are we talking about 3-0? The score of this series is 7-5. It's 7 quarters Golden State, 5 quarters Dallas. That's how we do these things, right? Like even if today Dallas wins. No. It's the NBA playoffs. It's a good panoply of all the games and themes and ideas. They come together and we do the television show. And I'm just curious, Wilds, because you have been down on the Mavs. You've talked about how Luka is preventing Maxi Kleber from being his best self, how if Luka would just let Frankie Nicotine take more shots, maybe the Mavs would be better. But now that you've really dug in and become a quarters guy, you're going to be you think the Mavs are right there. That this series, maybe it says 3-0 and maybe it looks like Golden State's the far better team, but really the Mavs have played them. The Mavs could just as easily be up 3-0. I mean, it's basically a coin flip, right? Or does the quarters thing not apply here? It doesn't, like once you get west of the Mississippi, the quarters thing doesn't apply. I'm just wondering. I'm just asking how it works.
It works specifically for the Celtics when the Celtics have played 2 poor quarters in the entire series against the Heat. I'm not sure that it applies universally. It's just kind of like the old Red Auerbach saying there's rules for Bill Russell and there's rules for the rest of the team. There's rules to look at how the Celtics and Heat series are going, and there's rules to look at the rest of the NBA. I'm not a one-size-fits-all guy, Nick. You know what I mean? I don't just come in and be like, hey, what size is that jacket? I'll just take it regardless. What size are those pants? Does it have elastic on them? I can pull tight, or it just doesn't matter, just wear anything I want? No. I like to look at everything bespoke. Just like my ties, my jackets, and my haircut. I like to have them individually specific to the time and place. So the Celtics Heat, very different than Mavs Warriors.
Okay, so you think the Mavs are dead. Brew, I'm going to ask you because you're big on history, and I appreciate that. It's one of the things I respect most about you. 3-0's never been done. If we get here tomorrow morning, because I don't think you'd be shocked if Dallas wins tonight. I don't think. Tell me if you would be, but I don't think you'd be shocked if they win tonight. No. Will you think they're dead because in the past they were down 3-0? When 3-1, you just explained how if the Boston was down 3-1, you would have said they still have a shot. Do you think Dallas is dead even if they win tonight because at one point in the past they were down 3-0?
Yes, because the difference, Nick, is when you're down 3-1, you only have to beat a team 3 straight times. When you're down 3-0, you have to beat them 4 straight times. A team
but they would have already gotten
better than you. But they wouldn't have won 4 straight. There's a reason, Nick, that teams have come back from 3-1 deficits, but never from a 3-0 deficit. And you can try to twist the math and play with words and scenarios all you want. It's over.
I'm just asking questions.
And I credit you for coming on here and trying to figure out a way to defend Dallas and say they're not dead, but they are dead, and you and I know it. They are for several reasons. All right. There's absolutely nothing. Let me answer Jenna's question. There's nothing they can do tonight to convince me that they're still in this thing. Okay? Because I think in addition to just Golden State being a better team, I think Dallas's mentality is more 1-2-3 Cancun than 1-2-3 comeback. And Wiles brought up the quotes yesterday. You heard Luka Dončić after the game. You heard Jason Kidd after the game. They were all but conceding the series. Okay, Jason Kidd was talking about this isn't the end, it's just the beginning. He wasn't talking about the series. He was talking about this run as a team over the next several years. That's what he was talking about, and we all know.
Now we're psychoanalyzing
He's talking about the
off
season. What they're going to do in the off season to improve themselves. And I get it, because that's true. They got a bright future ahead of them. But that future is not this week. It ends. You're right. They may win tomorrow. but they're not going to win the series. And Nick, you hear coaches over the years tonight. You hear coaches talk about a lot of times in a series, it becomes evident which team is better, and both teams know it. You know you're the better team, and they know you're the better team. That's where we are, okay? The Warriors are outscoring the Mavericks by 14 points a game. They're out-rebounding them by 14 rebounds a game. They're getting 10 more assists per game, and the Mavericks players, no doubt, are sitting there saying, look at the ball movement. Look at the player movement. Look at everybody getting involved, everybody eating. The way they play is superior to the way we play, Wilds. Not to mention, they're hitting 53% of their shots. All right? That's crazy. They're hitting more than half of their shots and 40% of them from three. So Dallas knows this is over. Nick, I'll throw you a bone. The only thing that would make me think this series is slightly still in play,
It's not stop.
is if Dallas wins the next 2 games, and then you're going back to Dallas for game 6. No, but if they win the next 2, they go back for game 6, and they're at home, then I think slightly, not even a lot, Golden State's in trouble, but slightly, this could be a series. But tonight,
let me throw one other thing at Wilds. Because Wilds is not plussed. He's not convinced. Because I think you also don't think it would be shocking if Dallas wins tonight. And you guys are right, though. Those quotes, if you look at them in one perspective, were a little concerning. But maybe they'll rally themselves. Here's the other X factor here. If Dallas wins tonight, Wilds, and Draymond continues to act insane, is that not at all a little concerning for the Warriors pick? Draymond could have been thrown out of game 2. Should have
win tonight. He
could have been got an early. Well, let's not act like we've never seen that happen. And Draymond has been walking the edge in this series throughout. Like I'm not just picking that out of the hat like a random injury. Draymond has gotten early technicals in games 2 and 3, fouled out of game 2, seemed to be daring the refs to throw him out repeatedly in games 2 or 3. If Dallas wins tonight and Draymond continues to not be able to control his emotions, will that not at all make you a little concerned, Wilds, that broom is going to have to be thrown in a fire pit?
No, I think that's a fair concern. Anyway. The other thing Draymond needs to be worried about is now the narrative is out there. It's like, man, Draymond's really going after these refs. It's not like the refs don't know. So I think the refs feel like they're being criticized for kind of treating Draymond with kid gloves, like, hands off Draymond, we don't want to throw him out. I don't want them to overstep and end up tossing Draymond either. So,
thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.